Now the chaotic adrenaline had faded, replaced by the agonizing, heavy silence of the waiting room. They sat together, suspended in time, desperately waiting for the doctor to bring them a report. The toll of the battle and the fear of losing Alex hung heavily over the group, each member processing the trauma in their own way. Faith and Trinity sat close together, their arms wrapped around one another as they wept silently, drawing what little comfort they could from each other's presence. Putzle stood apart from the rest, his gaze fixed entirely on the window, staring blankly out at the world outside, as if trying to process being back in his own skin. Passion and Tech had set up a tense, distracting game of cards, their hands moving mechanically as they tried to keep their minds from spiraling. Oracle sat perfectly still in her chair, her eyes closed tight as she completely zoned out the sterile sounds and bright lights of the hospital, retreating deep into her own mind.
Hey guys, I'm seeing something. I believe the doctor is coming out.
Hey family, sorry that it's taken so long. I want to inform you that Alex will live, but after all of the surgery that he's had to fix his burns. I don't know how long he will be in a coma. He should be fine after some time, but life as you know it will be completely different. He will need a lot of care and therapy.
Can we see him? Even if he can't respond, I want to see my husband.
I'll allow it, but please don't touch him. He is completely wrapped in bandages.
So, he looks like a mummy.
More like a burrito.
Oracle's eyes snapped open, her deep trance broken. She didn't offer a look of comfort or sympathy. Instead, both she and Passion locked their gazes onto the weeping pair, staring at them with unvarnished, cold disgust.
Right this way. Be prepared, he is going to look completely different.
Seeing Alex lying hook up to the machines, the collective facade cracked completely. The cold anger and distant shock melted away, replaced by raw grief. They all crowded around the bedside, and the tears began to flow freely from everyone. As Trinity was leaving, she looked at her husband and back at Putzle.
We will be back to see you, baby. And you, this is your fault. I don't know if I will ever forgive you.
Eventually, the heavy tears ran dry, and the visitors began to file out of the room one by one, their heavy footsteps echoing into the quiet hospital corridor. Soon, the steady, rhythmic beep of the heart monitor was the only sound left in the room. Putzle didn't follow the others. He stayed behind, remaining completely still by the bedside, alone with Alex.
You know she's right. I should have found another way. The only human that has allowed me to be loved in this way. To give your life for all of us. It's too much. It should have been me. It should have been me.
Putzle turned away from the bed, his boots quiet against the linoleum. He walked out of the hospital room and gently pulled the door shut behind him, leaving the steady beep of the heart monitor behind. Evening settled over the landscape, wrapping the world in a profound, eerie stillness. Back at the deserted cave, the core stood ruined and entirely empty. The red and black steam had long vanished, but the quiet didn't last. Deep within the shadows, a sinister red light began to bleed into the open. It pulsed with sudden, malevolent intent before tearing through the cavern, bursting out into the open moonlight, and shooting like a crimson missile straight up into the vacuum of space.
I am coming for you, Anwar, and I will have my revenge.
Meanwhile, back at the hospital, Alex lay enveloped in the shadows of his dark room. He was perfectly still, his chest rising and falling with agonizingly slow, shallow breaths. Then, the rhythm changed. His breathing began to quicken, turning ragged and faster by the second. A violent tremor seized his body, making him shake against the hospital sheets as if fighting an internal war. Just as abruptly as it started, the shaking stopped. He went completely, unnaturally still. Alex's eyes snapped open, and burning within them was a terrifying emerald green fire. Find out what will happen in Season 2.